Good morning, everybody. It is June 8th, my 128th day on the trail, and we've walked some distance from Upper Goose Pond cabin, so I can get into this now. Ooh, that's tasty. So yeah, Upper Goose Pond cabin. It claims it's 0.5 off the trail. I would say it's a little bit longer than 0.5, it would seem, but definitely worth going to. An amazing place, really nice, and had pancakes for breakfast. Pancakes were amazing. The one that was slightly burnt was slightly less amazing, but they were still amazing. And yeah, it was just a great place to be. Again, Grumpy and Gucci Girl came, was traveling and found me. Brought some trail magic up for a whole bunch of hikers. So it was great. Snickers and Twizzlers and peanut butter filled pretzels. I have never seen such a thing, but they were delicious. There was not a single one left by the end of the night. Some sodas, or pops as they're known up here in the north, and some other things that we couldn't drink while at Upper Goose Pond. So supplementing my pancakes with a little liquid breakfast this morning. Oh, excuse me. Got another 17-ish mile day today. October Mountain Shelter is the first one in 8. I'm going farther than that. Can't quite remember the name of the next shelter, but that's where we're going to. Seems to be about a 800-ish foot climb today, and then after that, really flat. And I'm just gonna knock out those miles. Oh. Woohoo! Good stuff. Now, I kept telling people that, 120 days, 125 days on the trail with no blisters. Well, I kind of got my first foot issue yesterday and this morning. These 12 wides that I picked up in Kent, I made a judgment error. Should have got 12.5 or 13s, because the days after Kent and into Salisbury and Great Barrington, I only did like 11 miles. This is my biggest day. But yesterday, doing 16, my foot was not happy at the end of the day. And I don't so much as have a blister, is I have an abrasion. And the inside of my left foot, behind my big toe, going backwards towards my heel, was just rubbed raw from the inside of the boot. So 16-ish miles yesterday was too much for my foot to remain happy in this boot. So I will find an outfitter or some kind of store either out of Dalton or up in Williamstown and do some more shoe shopping. So that was kind of a fault on my own. I really do like these Target 2s by Keen. They're comfortable. They fit, you know, my foot well enough, but towards the end of the day, after some 12 plus miles on them, your foot just starts expanding and there's not enough room in that boot for my foot. So it is what it is. I'll get it straightened out, but it is a risk that you take when swapping shoes out here on the trail, unless you have 3 pairs of the one shoe that fits perfectly for your foot. But it's not, the abrasion isn't in any place that is really bothered my foot. It's not on the heel or on the toe or under the toes. It's just on the inside of the base end of the big toe, inside of the big foot. All right, come on. So I'll get this straightened out. No biggie. A lot of frogs on the trail this morning. That's the second one I almost stepped on. And Gucci girl, I know you kind of felt bad the other time. I'm not mad at you. I'm not, believe me. About the Facebook Messenger and my Apple password, like that was more me being upset at myself for not having that set up and not being able to remember a password I set up 9 months ago. So I'm not mad at you about any of that, and I talked with Grumpy about it yesterday, and I wanted to tell you that, and didn't get to see you at Upper Goose Pond Cabin. Hope you get to feeling better, and y'all, you and Grumpy are just an amazing set of people. And I talked with Grumpy about some trail magic I can help y'all with next year. When y'all do the approach trail, I'll drive up there and get like 140 steps up the way, and I'll be sitting there with some cold water or some Gatorade for y'all, and then once y'all get to that portion of the steps, I'll run back down to the parking lot and then drive up to the top of the steps, and I'll be up there with refreshments for y'all. So yeah, I'll try to do a little something for y'all. Y'all have done so much for me on this trip. So like I said, it's nothing against you, ma'am. It was more me being aggravated at myself. Sorry you thought I was mad at you. Y'all are great. That's a little sign that says Beckett Mountain. So that's the tall climb for the day. Now, that was a little something. After that liquid breakfast I had coming out of Goose Pond, I found pretty much third breakfast after the pancakes, and the extra trail magic that Grumpy and Gucci Girl left by the road, and it was bananas, Coke, and cherries. And I think that was their little inside cherry Coke joke that they got running. But no, they were awesome and amazing. And I see Uncle Jeff left another bag of clementines hanging there by the road as well. So great. And yeah, no, after chugging some soda and slamming a couple of bananas and chewing on some cherries, whew, that 800-foot climb, while it wasn't a hard climb, like, I was just sitting there going, okay, this is a belch, right? This is a belch. Okay, okay, good. It was only a belch. Like, that was every belch I had to take going up that mountain was a gamble. But I'm good now. Now that we're up here on Beckett, I don't know if it's an actual ridge, but there is hardly a 100-foot elevation change for like the rest of the day. It's just flat and slightly rollings up and down. Like even October Mountain Shelter is up here. It's in about 5 miles. So I'm gonna stop in there and see about what I can eat for lunch, just to make my pack a little lighter and keep going. But yeah, today's a beautiful day. I just applied some more of this bug spray because the mosquitoes, oh my goodness. Like, I'm from Louisiana. I should know about mosquitoes, but usually I'm inside and away from the little bloodsuckers. So, having to be just surrounded by them and, walking up and down the trail, stopping every 5 seconds to find one on your elbow. So yeah, I got up to the top of Beckett and just sprayed up with that Sawyer spray. And it seems to be working. It worked yesterday until, I don't know, it either dried up or I rubbed it away. But mosquitoes kind of came back out in force right there around Goose Pond. But yep, today is going to be a wonderful day. And my left foot is kind of not even hurting in that spot anymore. Now I'm starting to notice my right foot having an issue, so I might address that at October Mountain Shelter in about 5 miles. Which is probably not what you should do. If you got a hot spot, you should, stop right then and there and address it. But have I mentioned I'm stubborn? So yeah, we'll get that taken care of up the way. Stopped by the cookie lady's house. She wasn't here though, but I signed the register, and I'm the first person here this year from Louisiana. Yay! That's all her blueberry fields, bushes, but you know they're not in season yet. But come by if y'all want to. It's just a little short walk off the trail on a nice flat road. Got about 6 more miles of trail before I get to the shelter for tonight. Yeah, right on the other side, right past that guardrail is where the trail is. So this is just a little short walk. About 6 miles left today. It's not 3 o'clock yet, and the trail's been pretty flat. It's a little bitty ups and downs that like don't even register on the line, but they're not horrible. It's kind of been yucky muddy, where you're hopping on rocks and roots trying not to sink up to your laces in mud, but sun's shining, nice breeze is blowing. It's a good day. It's a real good day. Not trespassing, but I want to hike. AT through hikers, trail magic, help yourself. I was lucky enough to be able to do the first 320 miles of the trail this spring and loved it. Happy to give back. It's a trash bag. I really don't see the trail magic, but okay. All right. Here's Warner Hill. You know, hills in MA are, you know, around 2,050 feet. Yeah, this is just a hill. 2,000-foot hill. Whew. I'd hate to see what they call a mountain. Whew. That's probably what they call a mountain over there. That might even be Greylock. I know that's coming up in a day or two. It's supposed to be the tallest thing in MA. So that's the tallest thing I see around. There's some windmills straight out that way. That's cool. All about that renewable energy. Oh, it's a beautiful day today, people. Beautiful day. Yeah, there might be some rain tomorrow morning, but right now, beautiful. All right. And back on the trail. Yeah, as the day's getting longer and the miles are stretching out, my feet are not happy in these shoes, and that makes me sad. But I know how to fix the problem. I just need to be smarter next time I go shoe shopping.